Hello, everyone. This is the call to order to the Amherst County Service Authority Board meeting. Let the record reflect it is August 4th, 2026, and the time is 1:31 p.m. Our first order of action is the approval of the agenda. Are there any additions, deletions, or any changes that need to be made? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion on the floor by Mr. Campbell. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have citizen comments. Is there anyone here today that would like to speak under citizen comments?
No one has signed up, Mr. Chair.
All right, well, thank you. Next, we have something that we enjoy. We get to honor our employees for the hard work and dedication to this county. Mr. Castillo, I'll let you take over and walk us through the ACSA commemorative resolution 2026-CR-3.
Okay, actually, I'm going to ask David to come up here, please. This is all because of you. This is all because of you. This resolution was brought to the board at our June meeting. Unfortunately, David had a date with his wife. Could not be here to receive it. So I'm going to read the resolution as it was approved. A commemorative resolution honoring William David Fitro for exceptional service to the Amherst County Service Authority and its customers. Approved as to form by the Amherst County Service Authority Executive Director. Be it resolved by the Board of Directors of Amherst County Service Authority, County of Amherst, Virginia. 1, that the Board of Directors for Amherst County Service Authority, County of Amherst, Virginia, offers sincere gratitude and appreciation to Mr. William David Fitro, Water Operator 1, Wastewater Operator 3, Shift Supervisor, and Safety Coordinator, all at one time, upon his retirement after 36 years of service to the authority and its customers. Whereas Mr. Fitro joined the Service Authority on February 26, 1990, and is retiring June 30, 2026, after 36 years of service. And whereas Mr. Fitro began the Service Authority as a utility service person, operator apprentice, and advanced through the organization's hierarchy to Water Operator 1, Shift Supervisor, and Safety Coordinator. And whereas Mr. Fitro could be relied upon to operate the water treatment plant correctly, providing clean water to the authority customers, and much more. And whereas Mr. Fitro has diligently served by way of hard work and dedication the Amherst County Service Authority and its customers, citizens of Amherst County, for the total of 36 years. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Directors of the Amherst County Service Authority Board, County of Amherst, Virginia, that on behalf of the Amherst County Service Authority and the citizens of Amherst County, Board of Directors of Amherst County Service Authority hereby express its sincere appreciation and gratitude to Mr. William David Fitro for his exceptional service and wishes him well in all his future endeavors. Number 2, that this commemorative resolution, ACSA-2026-CR-3, shall be in force and effect upon its adoption by the Board of Directors of Amherst County Service Authority, County of Amherst, Virginia, adopted the second day of June 2nd, signed by David W. Pugh, Jr., Chairman, and myself. Thank you, David.
Okay.
David,
Hey, nice work.
we had a luncheon for a number of things a week or so ago, and David was presented with a framed copy of this. But he's got this one, but he can enjoy that one too. Thank you, David.
Hey, I would just like to say a couple things. 36 years of service to one organization is to be commended. I mean, we don't see that a lot anymore, especially amongst the younger generation. Your ability to just get up and do that job every single day for 36 years, it exemplifies your dedication to the service authority and the seriousness that you had taken your job. So we do salute you and thank you for your service, and we hope that you enjoy your retirement and can have a little time to spend and do what you want to do and enjoy your life a little bit. All right, now we have Oh, we have something even longer. We have ACSA Executive Director is recognizing the accomplishments of an employee for 40 years of continuous service.
Yes, I am pleased to recognize one of our team members for 40 years of continuous service at the Amherst County Service Authority. Ms. Charlene Haynes, please come up here. I don't have a fancy document for you,
Quite all right.
but I do want to recognize you for all of your service to our customers, to the citizens of Amherst County for 40 years of service. She started when she was really young. And she still is really young.
Really. It's been my pleasure. It's been an honor. Of course, the most interesting person I met when I first came in 1985 was Dan French. And if you knew Dan, you would understand. Of course, he was, in my eyes, he was perfect. But anyway, so I've experienced a lot of life, a lot of death, great opportunities, some very dedicated, talented people. So it's been very, very interesting, and I've enjoyed it. You know, I was able to do a lot of my education here while I've been working here, and who knows, maybe I can get in a couple more years.
I certainly hope so.
Wow.
I certainly hope so. Thank you for all you do.
No
Yeah.
problem, thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. That's impressive, 40 years of service and still wanting to go out there and continue to do it.
And it all started through the high school because we had a business program at that time that allowed us to go work while we were still seniors in high school. I just never left, so,
Well, we thank you.
thank you.
I think now I know who really runs the place.
That is most correct.
All right, now we have recognition for your staff for their excellent service. Mr. Castillo?
We have, every 6 months, we have outstanding awards here for our staff. And for the period of January 1, 26 through June 30, 26, we have award winners for outstanding customer service. And this customer took the time, reached out to the authority, praising the work of Reggie Shelton and Graydon Vickery Plogger. Mr. Shelton and Mr. Plogger were repairing a fire hydrant on Clark Street. Ms. Hackett stopped and requested they address a meter box cover that had failed, and actually her grandson's foot had fallen through it. They promptly addressed the situation and installed a new meter box top. Ms. Hackett noted how very pleasant and professional both Reggie and Graydon were in meeting her concerns. So for this, they're being recognized for our outstanding customer service award winners. Greg, Reggie's actually out today, so he will be. Well, come on up here. Again, we don't have a fancy document for you, but
Yeah, it's all right.
thank you for all you do for our customers
No problem.
and putting the good face forward.
I'll try to.
I know you do.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to be recognized. And Mr. Castillo, I appreciate you doing that to our employees. You know, we can't always compensate them like, you know, they're probably deserving of, but we can recognize them for their service and of what they do and how they treat the people that they serve. So we appreciate that, and that's the face of your organization is the front line. When they meet the people there doing the jobs, you know, and they have a good experience, that goes a long way for the organization.
Yeah, people are quick to complain. So when you get a call saying they've done a great job, that needs to be recognized.
We appreciate all y'all's work and dedication to the Service Authority. Something must be going pretty good there if we've got a 36-year veteran, a 40, and when we've got some of the younger people in the crew getting recognized. So we appreciate all your work and everything you do every day. All right, next we have the consent agenda. Do you all have any questions, or Mr. Castillo, do you have anything that you would like to point out to us that is of importance?
No, you've been made aware of these issues as the time, and it's actually it is quite a lengthy list. That's because we missed our July meeting where some of these issues happened.
Or do you have any questions on the consent agenda?
Mr. Chair, I'll just point out that I missed the June 2nd meeting, but I'll go ahead and vote for the whole consent agenda for expeditious purposes.
All right. If there are no further questions, I'll go ahead. and make the motion to approve the consent agenda. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have an action item. We have the Crab Apple Lane Water Line Extension.
Yes, at our last meeting, Ms. Collins joined inquiring where things were, and I explained we were trying to get the last of the, or at least sufficient number of signed agreements, and we've reached that. So I'm bringing before the board a request for authorization to move forward following our policy of the citizen-requested water line extension.
If you could refresh me, what is the policy on like a 50-50 split? You have to have,
We have to have enough customers signed up to be able to pay for the 50% of the project, and we've exceeded that.
and you've got to have so many customers, and I'm
And
sure
then
length.
the board funds out of our CIP, the remaining 50%. And the spreadsheet that I provide you shows it, actually a little less than a 7-year return on investment.
Okay,
Which
yeah, that's pretty good.
I know in the private water industry, anything 7 years and under, they were very happy with.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
so how will you decide to, whether or not your staff will do it versus a contract?
Our staff is gonna be.
Oh, you're gonna do it, okay.
That's the way it becomes affordable with
I
a small
got you.
group. We work the project in within our schedule.
That's very
Very
good.
similar to the Briarcliff project that's currently ongoing.
Any other questions?
How many is it serving?
It can serve up to 12
Okay.
homes there.
Yeah.
4 have signed up.
Just one.
And those,
I needed 3 to make the numbers work, but I got a 4th.
Yeah.
so those 4, are they, I mean, do you have to go by other,
We'll be going past others, and if, should they choose to come on, they'll be paying the regular connection fees. And this is based on paying the regular connection fee.
okay. All right,
There's
is there,
no additional, there's no abnormal cost to the customers for connecting to this.
would someone like to make a motion?
Sure. I'd make the motion that the ACSA Board authorize ACSA's Executive Director to proceed with the installation of a water line extension per ACSA's 50/50 standard operating procedure.
All right, there's a motion on the floor. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, Mr. Costello, you got the informational report for us?
Yes, moving down through the list here, I will point out that the Route 130 project has been designed, and we've received VDOT approval for that. We've also received the county approval, and we will be bidding that project with the Route 210 water line extension project as well. That way we can get some larger contractors interested, and by bidding this way, if a contractor earns both of them and wants to give us a discount, we have that opportunity. So that's the way that's going there. We're working on beginning the upgrades of Williams Creek Sewer Pumping Station. The subcontractor of our infrastructure master plan has failed to provide me with their manufacturer names that they base their recommendations on and their budget. So we are just moving forward with the things that we need to move forward with. Will not utilize that firm again. And actually, that particular engineer has left the firm and gone to another firm. So, but I've been trying for over a year to get that information. And I need to move forward with the station upgrades there. One of the things we are, and I noted here, previously I noted we did not get our emergency generator grant from FEMA. There has been historically a dual feed for that station, antique obsolete equipment, and it had failed several times. We actually have a meeting scheduled with AEP tomorrow to see what we need to do to upgrade that equipment so we can at least have some more resiliency down there. On the Ivanhoe Forest, the tank itself, the plant itself, as was reported to you earlier, has been lined. The headworks structure has been installed. The chlorine disinfection structure has been installed. The contractor will be installing, starting end of this week, the dechlorination / re-aeration structure that was destroyed when the tank came out of the ground. And then we will put fencing up, and that project will be done. All the invoices and all are being turned into Vacor for reimbursement minus our $25,000 deductible. That project has gone very well, and they are covering the costs on the pump and haul while we've been doing this, except for the 2 weeks we had originally planned to do pump and haul when we were doing the tank lining project. That was not, I felt that was not fair to charge that to that.
Mr. Chair.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Costello, on that, I think I read somewhere that when the tank came out, they had to do some soils work underneath of it.
We had to excavate down to where the tank had been sitting, and as they were doing that, more and more soil, because of the poor quality of it.
So they were able to fix all of that.
All that's been repaired, refilled with stone,
Okay.
compacted.
Thank you.
Compacted, and power was restored to the building last week. The electrical work to get to the equipment finished up, I think, yesterday. We've got a screen that's being constructed to remove the paper and plastics that comes down the sewers. That's to be installed the later part of this week, and we will put the system back in service.
It's amazing. Thank you.
So, when we finish that, when we have it back in service, we will evaluate the best way to evacuate the West Briar tank, so to make sure it doesn't come flying out of the ground or walking or anything else. Because we know those soils are just as porous as the others. So that project is moving along. We have completed our audit task list for FY25 annual audit. That audit has begun. The county financial staff is working on providing them with the trial balance for FY25. And I stopped in that office earlier before the meeting. Brown Edwards, who is under contract to do that, is scheduled to be in here, I think, tomorrow or Thursday to review trial balances, and so we can get that moving along. Hopefully it will get pushed forward. The goal is to have a FY25 at least draft copy of the audit in October. So things are moving that way. Our water withdrawal permit, we have it. We are learning how to function within our newer restrictions, particularly dealing with the change from 70/30 on the Harris Creek to 90/10. We're using more lake water. The lake is dropping with the drought. We lose about an inch a day. We're at 40 inches below spillway. We've got a little ways to go before we get to any stage where we need to start doing any kind of voluntary conservation and all of that. I'm hoping that the rains that are forecast to come in today will help at least stop the decline for a few days. And we can also go back to the creek, which will help it as well. So staff is doing an outstanding job working their way through this process. When we received the permit, we were at that time around 18 inches down, and that actually was because we were allowing far more water to go out of the reservoir than required to minimize manganese getting into the system. But we've got our bubbler system. We've done all the full maintenance on the bubbler system, which is one of the requirements from our EPA audit. So we're now able to utilize that, and we're now discharging only what is required to maintain the health of Graham Creek, between Graham Creek and Harris Creek.
Yes.
Mr. Castillo, what is, can you tell me what the drought threshold is below the spillway?
To, I think it's a 30% drop of the reservoir, a drop of 30%, and I think we're 8 or 10 inches from that.
So 30%,
It becomes
Thir-
voluntary,
at 30% below normal pool elevation.
yes.
And right now, you're
We're
at
25-ish.
25 and you got another 10 inches to go and you're losing an inch a day right now.
1 inch a day.
Yeah, 1 inch a day, but you got 10 inches to go.
Yeah.
So effectively 10 days, assuming no rain, no change.
Assuming no rain, no changes. There has been some rain, and that does two things. One, it reduces the demand with everybody watering their irrigation and all of that, but it also slowly comes back into the reservoir. A hurricane dropping on us would be awesome, fill us up quickly. I don't see one in the forecast, but
Well,
Ever whisper.
yeah, well, one of those heavy yesterday, there was a really heavy shower near Emlon Road or, over there, Right Shop Road area, and the ditches were completely flooded out. It was coming all over the road right on the 130 connector. They got hammered with some rain there yesterday.
yeah, and we went 3 blocks down and it stopped.
Mm-hmm.
So we're dealing with isolated thunderstorms. In my house individually, I've had it rain on the front yard and not the backyard. So, but we are doing whatever rain dances we need to do to bring it over to the reservoir. And if indeed we need to, we have the authorization to put a suction line into the James River and bring a pump in and put water into Grand Creek Reservoir. We do have that authorization. We can pull up to 3 million gallons a day off of that. And there's no annual limit other than the 3 million gallons a day on that. Where we're limited on that, on our permit of the 675 million gallons is water withdrawn from Grand Creek Reservoir, Harris Creek combined, going to the treatment plant.
Why are we pulling more out of the reservoir now than what we have been, like just because
Because
of the
we've had
drought?
to restrict what we were pulling from the stream. We went from 30% that we were allowed to 10%.
Gotcha, that's where the 90-10 split is.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So what do you do? Just have a stream gauge that gauges
We
how
have-
much water is passing by, and then you
Yes.
determine how much you
Yes,
can pull
and
out?
we are contracted with the USGS. That contract has come before the board, you may recall, for them to operate that gauging station for us. And we get a daily report from that.
So I've always, so my assumption, or I think we've been told, like Pettit Reservoir, which doesn't serve us, it's in our county, but it serves Lynchburg. They don't have to meet a lot of these requirements of flow because they have been grandfathered in. So that's why when you're driving up 635, the Peddler River looks like a trickle compared to what it usually is because they can keep just about all that water.
Yes.
All right.
All righty. We did make application for a brick grant for the Seminole Plaza.
Tim, I'm
Sure.
sorry, I hate to back up, but I just want
No.
to ask one quick thing. If it, let's say it does drop at that rate of, 10 inches a day, and 10 days from now we meet that, what happens then?
We will issue a voluntary water
And
restriction.
what
very sim-
happens in that voluntary water?
Ask people to restrict.
Gotcha, you're asking ratepayers
There's
essentially.
no
Gotcha.
requirements. We're just asking for consideration.
Gotcha.
Can I get clarification on that? Because maybe I misheard something. You've got 10 inches remaining and
Before
you're
we-
losing an inch a day, right? Okay, so we have 10 days.
10 days.
if
That's
all-
Before we
Before
issue
we-
a voluntary rating.
Yeah,
And
that's if it doesn't rain and all
Right.
that, I
Yeah.
get all
Yeah.
that, but I'm
We-
just
Okay.
saying.
we
I
may-
thought I heard 10 inches a day.
No.
No, 1 inch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
1 inch a day.
We are looking at acquiring a rental pump just to see what's available, and maybe even testing that line, because that line hasn't been used since 2002, 2003. Make sure it functions like we want it to.
Did I also hear you, Ms. Costello, say that you found out that you were releasing more water from the reservoir
We had
than you
been.
needed to?
We had been. Mhm.
Will that affect the inch per day?
No.
No?
Once we got into our permit in July 9th and we met with DEQ and all of that, we throttled that down to minimal.
Gotcha.
The staff, like I said earlier, the operations staff is doing a phenomenal job balancing this and learning how to function under these rules. And I put kudos out to that entire team. See, the South Meadows Heights CDBG grant application was submitted on time, better than last round. We have not done any unidirectional flushing as we are in a dry spell. Didn't want to have the appearance that we were doing that. We had hoped to have, there's one minor error here on 7D. We had hoped to have a summer intern. We did not receive that. We weren't able to connect with that. But I am pleased to report that we're actually utilizing Hurt and Profit interns. They had some of their interns finish their projects sooner than anticipated. And they're giving us their services at no cost to the authority to work with our GIS system. So that's, and one of the things, our GIS system, when it was originally created, was on a USGS quad map basis. And so going to the ESRI, or to the, what's the name of that layer? The upgraded mapping layer, Google Maps, whatever you want to call it, will be more accurate. So our water lines won't be going through houses anymore, like they currently show on the GIS map. Furthermore, our 811 technician, when he goes out and monitors, does markings for our misutility program, he's also getting data points where our valves and our fire hydrants actually are, where our sewer manholes are, and getting that installed on a layer 2. So we're working hard to get a good mapping layer so that our field crews can have a tablet, pull up the GIS, and they can see what valves go where and all of that.
Mr. Castillo, you say that the GIS system, well, the hydrants were not placed correctly in the GIS system. Meaning they're placed in the field, of course, but they're not shown correctly in the GIS system. Enough to affect the hydraulic accuracy of the model?
I want to get everything accurate, then I can tell you.
Okay.
Sure.
Mr. Chair, I just wanted to share that our efforts on the GIS were from Mr. Castillo being able to obtain some grant funding for our lead service inventory project. It helped us get it off the ground, and we've made some pretty good strides with it to get our own GIS mapping in place that we're also sharing with the county.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the James River Stream Bank stabilization project, for all practical purposes, is complete. There's a picture here of our track excavator with a bush hog attachment that is funded through this project, utilizing all of the funds rather than having to return federal funds to that project there.
Obviously, that's for right-of-way maintenance and clearing,
That is for
on the stream bank specifically.
stream banks. When we toured, we showed them the earlier phases that were done that had trees growing up through everything. So when I found out we had some additional funding remaining, I asked to just extend our maintenance access roadway down further south from where we stopped. And that was not part of the program that was officially authorized by Congress, where stream bank stabilization is, and they could have authorized equipment so that in the future, if we need to do some stream bank stabilization, we have equipment that can do this. Our current equipment, we have a 12-foot digging depth. This machine goes 15 feet. So we're able to maintain the stream banks, but it does not have to stay on a stream bank.
So it's not a dedicated mower?
It's not a dedicated mower. It can maintain some of our other right-of-ways that we have to maintain that are more difficult with a tractor. So
That's a
what-
great
that we-
use of grant funds, thank you.
So that's what we're able to do that. The Briarcliff project, the 8-inch water main has been installed. They are in the process of installing the last 300 feet of 2-inch water main. And then we will test that line and start hooking customers up. The Berkshire Place sewer extension, it kicked off, then stopped because when the contractor was potholing, after bringing Miss Utility out to mark particularly power lines, found that the power lines were on the side of the road we anticipated putting things on, not what was anticipated by the engineering. Brought the engineering firm out there, and they showed up where they had called Miss Utility. Evidently, it didn't get marked, and they didn't follow up. So anyways, we met this morning with the contractor. We're making some adjustments in the field, and this project will start up at the end of the week and be completed as intended. I've not done anything on Pomona Drive. We'll be meeting with DGS tomorrow. I submitted to them comments that Mr. Popovich and I made on the draft agreement for the CVTC infrastructure. We are moving that forward, but our major comments is we needed to actually not just have easements, we need to have property around the tanks there, as well as the pumping stations, to provide security fencing, and if we need to do improvements in the future, we'll have property we can do that with. Hopefully that meeting will be a good meeting tomorrow as well. And you have a long list of developments we're working with. It has not been slow at all in our area here. Our VOSH inspection, we lack one thing of getting it totally completed, and we have that on our schedule. We've had to reschedule for September. We made VOSH aware from that for our training. VOSH is aware of that, and we are all in good standing with VOSH. Continue working our way through the EPA inspection report and the activities required of that. And lastly, I wanted to just make the board aware, one of our values is we work through partnerships. We believe our customers and community thrive through healthy partnerships, alliances and partnerships with organizations that share our values and vision. Nelson County Service Authority requested assistance from the authority. They have a plant failure at the regional plant on their filtration equipment. And to avoid an SSO, they were having to haul, and they were hauling up to Wintergreen treatment plant, which I don't know if a number of you have seen in the news. So it's much more convenient for them, as well as makes better sense for them to haul to us. And we're allowing them to discharge at the Amelon Business Park sewer pumping station. It's out of the way. It's a good commercial entrance. Safe for them to do it there. So they were to receive their replacement sand at the end of July. Hopefully that's being installed, and they will stop that process. I just want to let you know that we're trying to work with our neighbors.
Mr. Castillo, that's great, and that's the right thing to do for neighboring authorities. Did you say the regional one at Colleen was failing?
The sand filter system, the Parks and Sand filters, they had some failure with it, that's all I was told.
Huh.
And everything, the way that system is, it's an SBR system. All the sewage flows into one of two tanks. going up and down.
Yep.
There's a post-equalization basin that, when it goes into its clarifier mode, sends it into that, and they were having trouble getting water out of that post-equalization basin through their sand filters at a rate acceptable, and it was scheduled, it was close to flooding.
So I understand they're also having trouble with their wintergreen plant, so that's even more important that we're able to help out. So,
Yes.
thank you.
What their technicians said, they were tired of getting the Nelson County one-figure flag, is they're driving the 3,000-gallon tanker up the mountain. And it's hard on equipment too. So this just works out well for everybody. And that's all I have to report. I'm sorry, I have one more thing. I want to bring you up to speed, because I know you probably, you've seen the news articles where 7 systems in Minnesota and now 7 other states have had cybersecurity issues, attacks, where facilities actually were shut down, where bad guys were getting through the internet, getting into their PLCs, their SCADA systems. I want to assure you that the Amherst County Service Authority has no SCADA or PLCs hooked up to the internet. Now, we have a very strong cybersecurity program for our business practices, so I'm very comfortable with all of that. But from my professional experience, it is just a bad idea to have SCADA making any kind of chemical adjustments, and turning pumps on and off. That's what we have operators for, particularly with our system being on a single hydraulic gradient. Just when we're there, we have to have someone there anyways, have them control it. They're trained to do that. That keeps the bad guys out.
All right. Well, at least you hope. Because, I mean, they're always one step ahead. I don't care how good your systems are. I mean, I don't know if you all, and this is different, but, your credit cards or your ATM card, I mean, those things, it seems like they get hacked quite often, with fraudulent charges and all the time. They're pretty good at detecting it, but it happens regularly.
Yes. A number of years ago, a previous employer had FBI knocking on the front door, saying they had seen where some bad guys were pinging off the IP address that our SCADA was on. They worked with it for several hours, and then just took our whole SCADA system with them. So I learned. Try to keep things separated. It's just, they can't jump the air. So.
Appreciate it.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Before we move on, Mr. Castillo, a few weeks ago, you and I talked about having Mr. Morcom come before this board. I think back the last meeting we had, I suggested I would like to see him. I haven't heard from him since I've been on this board.
Yes.
And can you update those who don't already know?
It's in my information package, but I spoke with Mr. Morcom to find out the status and to invite him and his partner to our next board of directors meeting. They put a pause on their project as the county/EDA had brought it forward to them, an entity that would consider purchasing a portion of the total project property. They're considering all their options at this time, so it's kind of in a holding pattern until something happens with that. Moving forward, of course, is what I was told, but that's where the project is, and so they're not here until I find out that they're moving forward. They did receive a proposal for their formal site plan from Hurt and Profit, but the proposal was not accepted. That's what I was told. So we're in a holding pattern on that.
The other thing is this email that you had sent us out for the top 10 largest water demands on the Service Authority.
Yes, sir.
There's a few on there I don't recognize. Maybe you could help me. Lynchburg Mobile LLC.
That's a mobile home park on Sprouse Drive.
That's a mobile home park.
Yes, sir.
And the water supply from Lynchburg?
That is where, actually, that is CBTC.
Is it-
Where they receive all of their water and are metered. And then we have, they didn't make the top 10, the trailer park downstream, which is our customer base. That meter is subtracted from their meter.
Okay.
That's the total consumption.
Now, this is based on actual usage.
This is the FY 2026 from July,
Right.
from July 1 to June 30, consumption, yes.
Okay.
Annual consumption.
Thank you.
I did a quick calculation on that. I think the number one water user was roughly 25,000 gallons a day.
That's about right, yeah.
Yeah, so not that much.
And I gave you the data. We do all of our work in cubic feet. And we bill in 100 cubic feet. How many gallons in a cubic feet? It's 7.48. But to explain to our customers, they understand a gallon versus, and most of the industries that are coming to Amherst County are asking for everything in gallons. We have the AMI project out there. RFP was hit the streets at the beginning of the month. It's going to be an opportunity if everything comes together and we can afford it and all of that, to make the change from cubic feet to gallons, where we can say, here's a gallon of water. It make better sense for our customers.
Any other questions? All right, well, thank you for the informational report, unless you have anything else to add.
No, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, I don't see anyone here that wants to speak. We'll go ahead and go to matters from members of the board. Mr. Campbell? I have nothing. Mr. Gillespie?
No, sir.
Mr. Martin?
No, sir.
Mr. Perro?
Nothing further, thank you.
I have nothing neither. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Motion by Mr. Perro. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Thank you, sir.